62, probably 50 degrees. Outside, got my mind blown off of the trees. Windows down, feeling the breeze of that cold air. Living in the UT, yeah, we really out here. Ain't nobody recognizing, ain't nobody give a damn, really. Less I stunt on them silly in the streets. Pop willies, but I'm not really like that. I'm the type that's laid back. Space cruising right around the city with the seat back. Same Lincoln Town car, whipping with the paint scratch. Still pull your girl, even if you in the Maybach. Don't play that. I've been had the juice since way back. Everybody searching for truth, so just say that. In the booth, right in my room, could take a quick nap. When I say I sleep in the booth, I really meant that. I remember we was getting kicked out every kickback. It's funny cause I barely go out, now I just kick back. Don't tell me how to live my life, cause I'ma live it. Living how I'm living. Gotta work for everything in this life, cause nothing is a given. Nothing is a given. Yeah, you gotta get to it. Been knew it, gotta grind because I can't lose it. Not stupid, you can feel it up in my music. Live through it, never fading away. Never fading away. I just dropped a G on some stocks that I like. Sent some money to my mama, but we living alright. School wasn't for me, telling me what to think. I'd rather invest in other things than a college degree. Like appreciating assets, but I ain't got a bag yet. Still stacking bread like, what the hell a bag get? They sour with the dough. See them hedge funds sorting, they don't wanna see me spending cheese all up on my shoulders. Make my money work for me, retire before 40. By the time I pass away, my music gon' speak for me. I just picked it back up from the OGs before me. Something like Mike passing the torch to young Kobe. Yeah, we can't fake it. Came up and then we ran with it. It ain't overnight, alright. That mean we plan different, working every night, getting bright. During the pandemic, jigs up, they ducking my work like it was damn. Don't tell me how to live my life, cause I'ma live it. Living how I'm living. Gotta work for everything in this life, cause nothing is a given. Nothing is a given. Yeah, you gotta get to it. Been knew it, gotta grind because I can't lose it. Not stupid, you can feel it up in my music. Live through it, never fading away. Never fading away. It's called T. And photo 3. You take it away. Yeah, that's right. Probably 50 degrees. Outside, got my mind blown off of the trees. Windows down, feeling the breeze of that cold air. Living in the UT, yeah, we really out here. Ain't nobody recognizing, ain't nobody give a damn, really. Less I stunt on them silly in the streets. Pop willies, but I'm not really like that. I'm the type that's laid back. Space cruising right around the city with the seat back. Same Lincoln Town car, whipping with the paint scratch. Still pull your girl, even if you in the Maybach. Don't play that. I've been had the juice since way back. Everybody searching for truth, so just say that. In the booth, right in my room, could take a quick nap. When I say I sleep in the booth, I really meant that. I remember we was getting kicked out every kickback. It's funny cause I barely go out, now I just kick back. Don't tell me how to live my life, cause I'ma live it. Living how I'm living. Gotta work for everything in this life, cause nothing is a
Yes, sir.
Yup, we up.
Sir. What's up, y'all?
Yup.
Soy sauce. Tavita
Yeah.
Van Pelt right there.
Let's go.
TTEspn, man. We in there. We live.
Yo, we ready. We ready.
We got the playoffs in front of us, man. But before we get into any of that, what's up with you, Vita, man? How's it going, dog?
Oh man, we're good. We're good. Ready to go. Busy day. Ready to finish this up and wind down. Get ready for the weekend.
Yes,
Ah,
sir. Yes, sir. I know y'all missed us last week and the week before, but life comes at you fast, man. Life comes at you fast, for real, for real.
yeah,
But we back. We
yeah.
in here. We're gonna break down this playoffs. We're gonna get some picks. We're gonna talk matchups. We're just gonna go through the whole nine, and then get us ready for some playoff weekend starting tomorrow. We'll be live on Fridays over the next couple of weeks throughout the playoffs, just to make sure we get some coverage right before playoff weekend, and then
Yep,
catch up with y'all. But if y'all
yep.
don't already, follow Vita on TikTok to Vita Van Pelt, or is it Vita Van Pelt, right?
Peter Van Pelt. Yep.
Vita Van Pelt on TikTok. He went live today for the first time and popping, man. If y'all don't see his videos, he got some nice shorts on there to break down some playoff football.
Let's go. Yep. Ready to go, man. Ready to go.
Cool. Let's get it rocking. First thing we got is just talking wild card weekend, man.
Wild card weekend, man. When I look at the picture as a whole, I said you got a lot of new coaches. Said McDaniels with Buffalo, Dougie not being a new coach, but first year with Jacksonville. You got Dayball and O'Connell wild card matchup. Like to have four coaches in their first year where teams make it. That's why they said, man, that they every year, man, it's always three. I think they said three new teams in the playoffs. So it's ever changing. You never know which one's gonna be here and which one is it. I think we all called who wouldn't be back this year. Like we all said Arizona wasn't gonna be back. We all
Mm-hmm.
said Pittsburgh wasn't gonna be back. We all said the Raiders weren't gonna be back. And I think we all said New England wasn't going to be back. So we called the people who wouldn't make it. We knew they wasn't going to make it back. But boy, like getting the Giants, definitely getting in the way they did was crazy. So, and Jacksonville. So congrats to those teams
I know
on
you said
making it
something
in.
about the Giants before. I didn't want to accept it, but we're gonna get to it eventually, man. Something about the Giants when they sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Something
it
about
really
them.
is. It really is.
But first matchup, man. First matchup we got wild card weekend that we're gonna talk about is the Seahawks against the Niners.
Dogs and Niners.
Seahawks and the Niners. And we got the playoff picture right here. Let me fix that.
So this is a first game tomorrow at 2:30 Western time. So it's 3:30 my time when this game will be going on. So I'll be definitely watching it on the clock.
Seahawks against the Niners. I think the Niners are 9-point favorite at home.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, right? I think they've earned that right to be the favorites at home.
Yeah,
77.4% chance to win.
9-point favorites to me is crazy.
Especially for a playoff game.
I don't like 9-point favorites, especially for a team that's like not hurt. Like they just got to be in that much better than them. So that's a lot. That is a lot. So
What you think,
I
man?
would,
Going through that
I
game,
would,
first look. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
I would take Seattle 9.5. They'll cover that. I definitely would take them to cover that off rip. I do not think this is going to be a blowout game. I don't.
Now you think
So
I personally, man, I think it's a bad matchup for the Niners. I feel like Pete Carroll was underplaying it, talking about unfortunately we got to face the Niners. I think that's just Pete being Pete. I think it's low key a trap game for the Niners, man. It's gonna be a tough game for them.
yeah, third. It's the third matchup. Third matchup this year. Each match. This the first matchup is almost it like doesn't matter for me because there was no CMC. Trey Lance got hurt. Jimmy G wasn't playing. It's like there's some factors that was in the last game that I was like that first one I kind of threw out the window and trying to see if it played a factor in how I would view this game. But the game that played in Seattle really does hold a lot of weight with me because Seattle lost that game. I know they had a good amount of turnovers. They missed some. And then they had and it seemed like the score, it felt like they just couldn't get, like they never got nothing on the ground going. DK couldn't get no separation on anything. So, like, I don't think that's going to happen twice Like I really don't.
Yeah, I think
So
one
I
of the key
think they
things that
I
you
think
said
they'll
too
have
is no one's hurt. There's no one hurt on that Seattle side. I think everybody's healthy coming into this week.
I think yeah,
Gino, I
Brooke. I
feel I
think
feel like
Jordan
Gino
Brooks.
was just a little pressured that last game. I feel like he was trying to do too
Yeah,
much.
but the D line did their job. Like the D line last did their job. They like Seattle could not run the ball for nothing, and then anytime Gino tried to drop back, like Bosa and them was getting after him. And then like a couple of times they could get off, like DK was just getting clamped by Ward that game. It just was like they could never get the ball rolling. But I remember I said Quandre Diggs dropped a pick, and that pick ended up turning into a touchdown. And Kittle had to. I'm just really like this team has a handful of games on Brock Purdy now.
Hmm.
They have a handful of games worth of film, and I think that's going to kind of work to their advantage. So
Yeah, and that's one thing too that I think people are almost turning a blind eye to because Brock Purdy has been performing. He's still a rookie,
mm,
man. He's still a rookie going into the playoffs against Pete Carroll.
yeah,
Like that's gotta hold some weight going
yeah,
into the
it
playoffs.
does. It does. It
But
does.
did you want to go through the positional breakdown for the two
Yeah, yeah,
teams?
yeah. Just like we always do. Like we always do. Go through.
Cool. We'll start at the coach. We got Shanahan and Pete Carroll.
I like Shanahan more at this moment than Pete.
Yeah,
I like Kyle.
I'm gonna go with Kyle too. I think I'm gonna put Kyle above Pete.
Yeah,
Just I
I
think
got
he's just
Kyle.
got a lot more to work with. A whole lot
Yeah,
more to work with. Going into the
yeah.
quarterback battle, man. You got Geno Smith and Brock Purdy.
I like Gino more.
Geno.
Yeah, I like Gino more.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Geno up there too. I'm gonna put Geno over Brock in this moment in this game. Next one we got running back. We got K9, Kenneth Walker, and you got Christian McCaffrey, CMC.
I like the San Francisco backfield more.
Because I think we got Kenneth Walker, DJ Dallas, who I think is questionable, and then you got CMC and Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah.
So I agree. All right, here's the big one, man. Here's the big battle. We got the wide receiver core. We got Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings.
And I added tight ends with that group too.
You gonna add tight into that? Okay.
Yeah. I grouped the
George
tight ends into that too. And
George
because of
Kittle.
that, I would lean 49ers.
Yeah. Honestly, I think since the tight end is included in that, I think that does make the difference.
Yeah.
Because if it was just wide receiver core, honestly, I probably would have taken Seattle's wide receiver core.
I still like
Not by
Ayuk
too
and
much.
Debo a little more.
But with that being said, I'm also go with the Niners. Wide receiver core. We got the OLine. I think this one is pretty clear for me.
Yeah,
With the
49ers.
Niners. Niners got the edge on the O-line. That moves us over to the D-line. I also think this is a clear 49er advantage.
So they're controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides.
Yeah. Linebacker core. I think everything remaining is just gonna fall into the Niners.
I like Seattle secondary more.
Seattle secondary? Okay.
Yeah. I like Woolen and Diggs more than I like Hufanga and Ward.
Okay. They got Ryan Neal back there, Quandre Diggs, Tariq Woolen. Kobe Bryant been getting he been getting some burn lately.
So I like Seattle's secondary a little more.
Cool. I'm gonna stick with the Niners. I just like Ward. I feel like they're gonna play into try to take advantage of Hufanga's aggressiveness on some plays.
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him. But special teams, 49ers or the Seahawks.
Robbie Gold. Yeah, I like San Francisco's Robbie Gold, boy. Yeah.
Robbie Gold is cold. That's an old man.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think we only have maybe two in favor of the Seahawks with the secondary and the quarterback.
Yeah. It's a matchup to where it really is heavily favored towards the 49ers in a lot of ways and in a lot of more important parts.
Mm-hmm.
Line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball, line of scrimmage, they control it. Head coach, like running game. So it is, I can understand why they have the spread like that, but I'm like, man, you got, I'm leaning into the fact of like, this is it's a team that I feel like is like they want this game back.
Damn.
So
Who you got winning this game? You gonna go out on the limb? You gonna take a risk on the 12s, or you gonna stick with the Niner
nah,
Nation?
I'm gonna stick with the Niners. I'm gonna stick with the Niners. I'm gonna stick with the Niners on this one.
Cool. I think I'm gonna go with the Niners by a field goal. I think it's gonna be a lot closer of a game
Yeah.
than what the
It'll
spread
be
is
much
saying.
closer of a game. Yeah.
But I don't
I
think
would
it'll be
take
like a game-winning field goal. I think it'll be one of those Seattle's down 10, they're driving, they score, and they gotta like kick an onside kick type
Yeah.
thing. Playing from behind. All right, man, that's the
Yeah.
first matchup. Seattle versus the 49ers, taking the 49ers going into the next round of the playoffs. Let's look at the playoff bracket real quick. I think I got a picture up here. All right, there we go. But I'll take the 49ers, which will be the next highest seed into the playoffs. Obviously not going to be playing the Eagles. But the next matchup we have lined up is the Chargers versus the Jaguars.
Yep. The
AFC
Saturday
side of
night game.
things.
Saturday night game.
What's
Two elite quarterbacks, Dougie P coming back, Brandon Staley, you know what I'm saying, on the verge of losing a job if he loses this game.
I was just saying that today earlier.
Yeah. The thought of like playing Mike Williams and getting him hurt the last game of the year when it literally didn't change nothing, hurts their odds.
Is he out this week? He's out.
Yeah, he's out. He could come back if they was to be in the Super Bowl game.
Oh yeah, they done.
He could come back if they were to be in the Super Bowl game. So
That's
again,
tough.
all year this team has dealt with injuries and missing people, and they can't do it again. And so changes a lot, man. Changes a lot. It really does.
I think the Jaguars are on this crazy just momentum train right now, coming from
Yeah, they are.
the last 5 games of their season, upsetting Dallas the way they did, winning the last couple games they did to get into the playoffs, and now being where they are now. Yeah. It's looking good for them right now. I think the Chargers are favored by 1.5, which is really just a win.
Yeah.
Jump into the positional breakdown, man. Starting with the head coaching battle.
So I'm on
Staley.
Brandon Staley now because I forgot the preview pumps, man. My guy, I forgot he was doing the warm ups and I was like Dougie P at first. I was like, man, Brandon Staley was out there stretching, doing them preview pumps on the sideline. I said, yeah, I got to go with Staley. That man's comfortable. He don't care.
Staley, okay. I'm gonna go with Dougie P, man. Dougie P did it for us. I think he gonna take these Jaguars at very least into the next round. At the very least into the next round. So I'm gonna go with Dougie P. Quarterback battle. We got T Law against the J Herbo. 2 future top 10 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I like Herbert this matchup more.
Yeah. I'm also go with Herbert. Having a whole extra couple years under his belt, I think is going to serve him well into the playoffs. First playoff game for both of these guys. Running back core, you got Austin Eckler on one side with Joshua Kelly, and then on the other side, who do you got on the other side?
I know Travis Etienne.
Etienne and JaMychal Hasty.
Yeah, I like the Chargers running backs.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Chargers running backs more.
I think with Mike Williams out, Austin Eckler's probably going to have to carry a little bit more of the load instead of having that evenly dispersed out. But I'm going to definitely go with the Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Wide receiver tight end core, we got Keenan Allen, Michael Bandy, or actually it'll be Keenan Allen, DeAndre Carter, Josh Palmer, Gerald Everett on the other side. We got Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Marvin Jones Jr., and Evan Ingram.
So before the Mike Williams injury changed it, so now I'm leaning Jacksonville. Now I'm not leaning, I'm taking Jacksonville. Mike Williams was healthy, I would have kept the Chargers, but with him getting hurt, I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. Zay Jones has been having a hell of a year this year. Marvin Jones is the clear number 1 over there. Christian Kirk been, to me, having a somewhat of a quiet year, but still very, very impactful. But I'm gonna go with the Jags too. O-line.
Oh man, I
of their
don't know.
O-lines is buns, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks to say because they've been missing Slater most of the year, and that would change a lot, man. I told you, it's a team that can't stay healthy. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know which O line I would choose.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I feel like the Chargers have been together a little bit longer. They got a little bit more chemistry. It doesn't really mean much when you still suck, but
Yeah,
I'll go with the Chargers O-line. D-line.
I like the Chargers also.
Yeah. Sebastian
I like.
Joseph Dave, Joey Bosa, Braden Fehoko, and Morgan Fox.
Yeah,
Linebacking core. You got Khalil Mack, Kyle Van Noy, Drew Tranquil. And on the other side, you got some dudes that have actually been playing pretty decent this year. You got Trevon Walker, Foyesade Olukun, and Chad Muma, and Josh Allen as well. Middle linebacker.
I like the Jags in this one.
Jags. Ooh.
At first I didn't know, but then a guy came and told me, he was like, "I'm a Chargers fan, bro, and the Jags is way better." I said, "All right, I'm gonna trust your word for it." I said, "Your pick is my pick, so I'm gonna take the Jags."
Hey, if that's what a Chargers fan is saying, I gotta agree with it.
Yeah.
Secondary, you taking the Jags with
Taking Chargers.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can't even argue with that. Adderley, Sante, Derwin. Cool. Special teams.
Chargers. Don't go against Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Give us a winner, man. Who you got? Jags are at home. First playoff game for pretty much both teams for the young rosters.
I'm taking the Chargers. Last week I didn't like what I saw from the Jags playing the Titans. They left a lot. They left a lot on the field. And a Rashad Fitton fumble that turned into a return for a touchdown is what gave them the lead. I was almost sure that even if they got the ball back, they wasn't going to score. I'm leaning into the fact that the Chargers defense was the first one that kind of slowed down Miami. So I think that they'll have something together for Jacksonville. Losing Mike Williams is a lot. But both of these teams is kind of committed to their offensive identity. So I want to say who could control the run game does more, but I'm taking the Chargers. But if the Jags are to win, Travis Etienne has to be the showstopper. They got to control the run game. They got to have a big game from him. So I'm picking the Chargers to win.
Crazy, man. I gotta pick the Jags. I gotta pick the Jags for that exact reason. I think the Chargers defense have shown that they're not too good against the run, especially when it matters. And then I don't know, man. Something about me telling me that Staley's gonna make Herbert throw the ball 40+ times.
Yeah.
And when you throwing the ball 40+ times in the playoffs, it just ain't what you need to be having. Austin Eckler needs to touch that ball at least 20 times.
Yep.
And then get everybody involved. But I have a feeling Justin Herbert's going to throw the ball 40+ times and they're going to end up losing. So I'm going to go with the Jags in this one by like a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's go back to that view right here. That'll put the Jags in the next round. Honestly, it puts them in a good chance to play KC. Especially when we get into our next two matchups with the Dolphins and then the Ravens. It looks like the Jags will be playing KC into the next round of the playoffs. But all right, man, you ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Dolphins Bills.
Bills.
The obvious headliner is Tua. Not playing, still hasn't passed concussion protocol. Buffalo just licking their chops, man.
They are. And this is a game where, like, hopefully they don't come out lax. They need to just take advantage from the jump. Have a clean, dominant game from start to finish for yourself. Just to know what you're capable of, what you could do. Don't let this game linger. Because again, they should be able to have opportunity early. The longer you let Miami sit around, the more that they could possibly steal this game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just kill it early.
Plus, Buffalo's had some real I don't know if I want to call it lackluster last 4 or 5 games, but they just haven't looked as explosive as they could have. Fly, Eagles,
Yep.
fly. Who's starting quarterback? I think Skylar Thompson, third string quarterback is Skylar Thompson.
Yep.
Oh, Frankie Luger.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Skylar Thompson will be starting. So I said they struggled to score against the Jets last week.
I think it was like
Saying,
11 to like 9 or something like that.
yeah, it was whack. So if Buffalo could just get up and get out early and just dominate the game from wire to wire, make it easy on yourself. So,
All right, man. You ready for the positional breakdown?
yep.
Start off with the quarterback,
Skyler,
or start off
yeah,
with
Skyler,
the. Actually, we'll start off with the coach, Mike
coach.
McDaniel's, or are you going with
Oh, no, McDermott. McDermott over
McDermott?
McDaniels. Yep, I'll be going with Sean McDermott over McDaniels. What y'all think, y'all? Sean McDermott or Mike McDaniels?
Who's your
I like
pick?
McDermott.
We're gonna go through every positional breakdown and see who y'all got has the advantage in that specific breakdown. I'm gonna also go with McDermott. Been here, done that. This is the first taste of the playoffs for McDaniel, and he doesn't have his starting quarterback or his second string quarterback.
Yeah.
Next one we got is a quarterback, Josh Allen or Skylar Thompson.
Josh Allen. Very, very easy.
Cool. I'm pretty
Josh Allen.
sure Chad agrees with that one.
Yep.
Running back tandem. I think Raheem Mostert is out, so they got Jeff Wilson and then Salvon Ahmed.
Yeah. I thought Mostert was playing.
Yeah, Mostert is out right now.
Oh, then I'll
As
take
of the
Buffalo.
most recent. And then Devin Singletary, James Cook, Naheem Hines.
Yeah, I'll take Buffalo. I thought Mostert was playing. I didn't see none there. Yep. Cook, I'll take Buffalo.
Cool. Same. Wide receiver core, Stephen Diggs, Gabe Davis, Isaiah McKenzie, and adding a tight end to that mix, Dawson Knox. On the other side, we got Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, Trent Sherfield, and Durham Smythe.
Going Dolphins. I like the Dolphins
Ooh.
setup. Yeah.
Okay. Dolphin wide receiver core.
Yep.
Man, the wide receiver core at Buffalo's just been too inconsistent. I gotta go with Miami. Regardless of who's throwing that ball, them boys is getting they getting some things going.
Yeah. Hill, Gasecki, Waddle, it's dangerous. Well, for Waddle and Hill, Gasecki, he just be getting in.
He just be there.
Yeah, I got Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins also. Tua said Buffalo wide receiver core wins easy. Seth was going with the Bills too. Let's see. Next one is O-line. O-line. Which O-line we picking? Miami's O-line or Buffalo's?
God, man, I don't know.
So
I'm going Buffalo this week.
Yeah, Teron Armstead is questionable. Liam Eichenberg, who's the left guard, is doubtful. And then the right tackle, Brandon Shell, for the Miami Dolphins.
Going Buffalo.
Right there with you. Buffalo too. D-line. Remember, this is the D-line without
So I like Buffalo's as a whole, but I want to give up big ups to the Dolphins have a DN in his second year. I can't remember his name right now.
Is it Christian Wilkins?
No. I don't know why I don't know his name.
Oh, Ogba? Emmanuel Ogba?
No. I'm literally blanking on his name.
Zach. Oh no, he been in the league for a minute.
God, why can't I remember his name?
Van Ginkel, Jalen Phillips. Oh, you talking about Jalen Phillips?
Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips. That's who it is.
He has been balling. He like 6'5", 6'6", something like that.
Jalen Phillips is mad nice. Hopefully he could cause some problems. But Jalen Phillips is mad nice. But as a whole entire unit, I'm going to take Buffalo this week.
Yeah, I'm going to take Buffalo as well on the D-line side of things. Linebacker core. Tremaine Edmonds, Terrell Bernard, Matt Milano. I like Matt Milano, bro.
Yeah, Matt Milano is nice. So I'm going to go Buffalo and Edwards. So
me too. Plus Bradley Chubb is questionable.
Edmonds. Yeah.
Oh, next one, secondary. Secondary. Who you taking? Buffalo?
I like Miami. I like Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, Xavier
Javon
Howard Jones,
Holland.
Von
Okay.
Holland.
Eric
So
Rowe.
I like Miami.
Keon
Yeah,
Crossen. Okay.
yeah. I like Miami secondary better.
Damn, it seems like Buffalo goes into every playoff with a hurt secondary. They're out there without
So I'm
Micah
saying
Hyde.
they've been hurt for a minute. That's why I'd like if they was fully healthy, it's a clearing. But they're not healthy.
Yeah, last year it was missing Tre'Davious White. Now they're missing Micah Hyde at free safety.
Yep.
I gotta agree with you, man. Plus, I think Miami has one of the top 3 safeties in the league this year in Javon Holland.
Holland's nice.
So cool. Special teams. What special teams unit are you taking? Miami or Buffalo?
Ah man, this one was tough for me.
And this is Tyler Bass or Jason Sanders.
I want to go Buffalo.
That's
That's because they had the return touchdowns last week, so maybe they kind of found
Tua.
something here.
Or Naheem Hines. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. Buffalo is favored by 13 points. Is that who you got winning this game?
Yeah, I got Buffalo winning. I have Buffalo winning. I actually do think they could cover because that means Miami would have to find a way to score like 17 on offense.
Facts.
And I don't know if they can without having a turnover. I don't think that offense can find a way to score 17 on its defense.
Yeah. Plus, I think timing with Buffalo having the momentum that they have and having the reason to play their asses off right now with DeMar Hamlin getting hurt the way he did. I think they're a dangerous team right now, at least in the first round.
Yeah. I said this is a game where they have to come in and handle business from the start to the end. Just that's it. Don't leave no room. Come in, score on the opening drive, let them get a 3 out, go back, kick a field goal, then they start to panic, then you go back and get another touchdown. It should be 21-6 when we go to halftime. That's what the game.
That's
that's
super
what the game
possible too.
Yeah, that's what the game should look like. Go out, score, get them off the field, go down, get a field goal, make it quick. Don't threaten with them. You should be 21-6 by the time you get to halftime for real.
Stephen says easy Bills cover. Tua says the only way Miami wins this game is in defense, in my opinion. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They gotta find a touchdown somewhere else this game.
Defense or special teams. They have to.
Somebody else gotta find a touchdown here.
So this puts Buffalo into the next round. Obvious number 2 seed, so they're not playing. They'll pretty much play who's coming out of. They're probably going to end up playing the Bengals. Let's be real. We're going to get into that later, but Buffalo will move on.
Yep.
Next matchup we got is the Giants versus the Vikings.
Yep.
And this is what I was talking about at the beginning. You said this earlier in our chat. Anytime the Giants get into the playoffs with this kind of record as underdogs, they end up winning the Super Bowl.
End up winning.
And I hate it because it's so true.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're very healthy now. Like Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, like they got a lot of people on that side of the ball that's healthy. So there's potentially another notch to this defense that could be found.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll definitely like.
I think last week's game against the Eagles, yes, they lost. Cool. But Darius Slayton coming out, finally having a great game. Got a touchdown on Darius Slay. I think that was a good little momentum shift for him.
Yeah, they got the people active who they needed to get them involved, get ready for the next. So this is a very exciting game. In fact, Saquon and Dalvin, I think they kind of control what this game could be.
I got Dalvin on that easy, to be honest with you. Or not Dalvin. I got Saquon easy. I don't like Dalvin as a running back at all.
Yeah.
Mainly because coaching decisions. But let's go through the breakdown. Coaching battle. Which coach are you taking? You taking Brian Daboll?
Yeah. Daboll over O'Connell. I like Brian Daboll over O'Connell. So.
Me too. I think Daboll had to fight through more adversity with his team than O'Connell had to do with the Vikings. All the losses the Vikings took were like, damn. we just got blown out by Dallas.
Yeah.
Or we just lost to the Eagles, who, you know what I'm saying? Should we have lost to them? No, but you did.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Dayball,
I like
too.
it. Yep.
Quarterback battle, you got Kirk Cousins, and then you got Daniel Jones. Daniel Little Eli Jones.
Yeah. I like Kurt just a little more. Just a little more.
Yeah.
In this matchup.
Yeah. Any other quarterback in the playoffs right now,
Yeah.
any other quarterback, I'd have picked them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Kurt.
Running back battle. You got Saquon and Breda. Matt Breda versus Dalvin Cook and Alexander Mattison.
I got Saquon. I got the Giants. Saquon clears.
Me too. Oh, Cepha said Jones. Jeez, he went with
Daniel
Jones. Sheesh. I'm gonna go Saquon because Dalvin won't touch the ball more than 12 times this game on the ground.
Yeah, I got Saquon.
Going Dalvin? What?
Delvin.
Going Delvin Cook. Bust for one? Nah, he's only gonna touch the ball 12 times on the ground, bro. He's not gonna have an opportunity to.
We'll see.
Wide receiver core: Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, TJ Hawkinson.
That's a clear. Yeah, that's a clear on the Vikings.
Easy Vikings.
Well, by the time you name the Vikings fourth receiver, then he said Welvin. Then you name the Giants guys. Every wide receiver damn near clears the Giants. Yeah. So that's wild.
Yeah, easy. Let's go O-line. Looks like both O-lines are healthy across the board.
I like Giants.
I like the Giants too.
I like the Giants.
For some reason, Kirk Cousins always is one of the most sacked quarterbacks every year.
Yeah, he is. That's what I'm saying.
And yet they still don't address their O-line.
Yeah. They be trying. They just don't do it right.
They just don't do it right.
Yeah, they do. They be trying. You know, Christian Darrisaw, I think, is out, right?
Mm-hmm. Christian
Darrisaw was a big piece for them. So, you know, they be trying to just, you know what I'm saying, be failing.
Oh, no, he's actually in. He's playing. He's active.
Let's go.
Blake Brandel is on IR.
Hey.
DLine. I got Giants. Easy.
Yeah, I got Giants, man. Kayvon Lawrence. I think they about to snap this game. Giants D-line.
Huge game tonight.
And that's the same thing that happens when the Giants go to the Super Bowl. This D-line just turns into like the best D-line in history. It's just, I don't know what it is. Channeling the power of Michael Strahan. Yeah.
Giants about to go crazy? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go up to the linebacking core. We got Jalen Smith, Micah McFadden, Azeez Ojulari.
Yep.
And then on the other side, we got Eric Kendricks, who I like, Jordan Hicks, Zadarius Smith.
I like Vikings.
By a lot?
Kendrick, not by a lot, but it's like Kendricks. Big respect to Kendricks. So
yeah. I like Eric Kendricks. I like Jordan Hicks.
Yeah. Big respect to both of them. So
cool.
Says Vikings a lot.
I'm gonna roll with the Vikings. I think that's the best. That's the best part of their defense every single year is their linebacker core. Let's move into the secondary.
I like the Giants secondary more.
We got P2.
Minnesota. Yeah.
You going with the Giants secondary?
Yep. I'll be going with the Giants secondary.
Dory Jackson, Julian Love, Xavier McKinney, and Fabian Moreau. I actually like the Giants secondary too. There's a reason that the Vikings have given up so many points all season.
Yep.
And it's usually to receivers because of their secondary. Two is going with the Vikings. Interesting.
Vikings.
Okay. Cool. Down to the special team. We got Jaram Jano.
Yep.
And then you got Dre Joseph on the other side.
GGs. I'm going with the GGs.
Graham Gano. Oh, he used to play. Didn't he used to play for the Panthers? Yeah. Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm rocking with Graham.
All right, man. That brings us down to your pick to win this game. The Giants, or are you going to take the Vikings? We're going to go with the upset. We'll pull up the bracket to see where they're going to slot, because then that'll slot them against the Eagles in the second round.
Yep, I'm taking the Giants. I'll be taking the Giants.
Me too. Vikings by a touchdown from Tua.
Vikings by a touchdown. I'll be taking the Giants this week. I think they're gonna get 5 sacks, 6 sacks plus this game. Yeah, and I think they're gonna, like you said, the inability after that to run the football. I think they're just gonna continuously air it out and get themselves into trouble. So I got Giants.
Yep. Kirk is going to throw the ball more than 30 times this game. At least 35 to me. And I think that's going to be the reason that's going to be their downfall. If the Vikings win, it's because Dalvin Cook touched the rock more than 18 times on the ground. But I'm going to go with the Giants. We're going to see New York come back to the link. We're going to go for round 3. We'll see what happens.
I got Giants. Who's going to be crazy? Cool. Yeah, I think if the Vikings win, it's just going to be a clean game from Kirk and them. They'll be mistake-free.
Yeah. But that's not Kirk Cousins' game.
Yeah.
So next game we got second to last, Ravens versus the Bengals. The Ravens are on the road against the Bengals. The Bengals are favored by 8.5 at home. Still surprises me because these games are always nasty.
Yeah. But the fact that they're playing back-to-back and back-to-back in Cincy and Lamar still out, it's just the biggest uproad battle for this team to fight to win this game, man. It's such an uphill battle for them to win this game. So
yeah, I don't think we're going to be saying the Ravens a lot when we get down to the positional breakdown, just because of health, right? I think Tyler Huntley starting at quarterback. He's actually questionable. Set to start.
I said it was Brown.
Anthony Brown. Oh, Anthony Brown, is it?
I thought they said
That's
it was Brown.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump to the positional breakdown, then we'll make our picks. Starting with the coach, Harbaugh.
Okay. Big ball,
Harbaugh. It's probably one of the few times we're gonna say the Ravens. We're gonna go Harbaugh. Quarterback battle, pretty straightforward. Joey buckets.
Yep. Got the Bengals.
We'll jump over to running back. Running back core, you got J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, then Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine on the other side.
I like the Bengals running backs better in this one.
Me too. They just got a lot more set up for them to be successful.
Yeah.
Wide receiver core or lack thereof?
I got the Bengals.
Clear Bengals. O-line.
I got the Ravens.
The Ravens. Okay. The Ravens. There are some key injuries on the Bengals side. Alex Kappa, right guard, is gone. Ben Brown is out.
That's where this changes.
Okay. Cool. D-line.
I got the Ravens. We got Trey Hendricks is out. He's gone.
Ooh, I do got the Ravens. Secondary. Oh, actually, linebacker core. Excuse me. Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, Tyus Bowser.
I got the Ravens.
Damn. Okay. Seems like Ravens defense across the board is looking better. Secondary is the last portion of that defense.
Secondary, I got the Bengals. And I got the Bengals just because I feel like they play better together.
Jesse Bates, Von Bell, Eli Apple, Cam Taylor, Britt.
And it's more so that I feel like they play better together. And just in this case, I feel like they match up better.
Mm-hmm.
As good as I think the Ravens secondary is, it's just not good enough compared to who they have to match up with.
Yeah.
So I got Bengals.
I think they got too many risk takers on that side, especially with Marcus Peters. Marcus Williams is he is who he is. Marlon Humphrey, I think, is that lockdown corner, but still, like you said, they're just better together. They're more of a complimenting team. I think it's clear that we're going to pick Justin Tucker as the special teams guy.
Yep, Tucker.
Cool.
Make sure he gets his shooters off.
Favorite for this game? You taking the Bengals at home?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals at home.
They covering that spread of 8.5?
No.
It's a lot closer of a game, you think?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I'm asking myself, is there a world where they can make that Burrow can have a bad game like the week 1 against the Steelers?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm asking myself. I'm like, there's a world where that bad game could happen and this defense has enough put in place to where they can make it happen. It's like same as the Dolphins though. It's like, do I think that offense can put up at least 13, 17 points along the line? Tucker's gonna get you 9 off the fact that y'all are gonna let him bomb to a couple 50-yard field goals.
Yeah.
They gotta find another touchdown in there somehow. I don't like I said they're not gonna cover. I don't believe that they're gonna cover. I'm just asking myself, like, can they put something together offensively to get a touchdown or 2 touchdowns? But let's see what up.
What up, boss? Let's go back to the playoff picture. That puts the Bengals up against the Bills. Puts the Bengals against the Bills. And then the Jags or the Chargers, regardless of who wins, against KC.
Yeah.
Because we don't have Miami going. We don't have Baltimore going. I think you picked the Chargers, right?
Yeah, I picked the Chargers.
And I picked the Jags. So that pretty much sets up second.
Real quick, chat, help us figure this out. Chargers, Jags, so we can see who moves on in our bracket. So right now, Chiefs will play that winner. I picked the Chargers. Like Soy said, he picked the Jags. I don't remember who picked the other ones. We got Cincy and Buffalo winning, so they'll play each other in round 2. Greg
with the Jags. Yes, sir. Dougie P.
Sefa takes the Jags. So that's 3 Jags. Right now we have the Giants beating the Vikings. So they'll be playing Philly. 49ers will play the winner of Tampa, Dallas. So 2 Jags is enough for me. I don't think that's going to change. So it'll be Kansas City, Jacksonville, and it'll be Buffalo, Cincinnati in our AFC side.
Damn, a rematch.
Yeah, all rematches.
Game.
And then you got Eagles, Giants, and then now to the last game, Tampa, Dallas.
Tampa, Dallas, man. What's the highlights that you talking about for this game? What are some of the things you're looking at?
People is going to the unemployment line. It's getting fired. Whoever loses this game is getting fired. Whoever loses this game is getting fired. People is not keeping jobs. I told you, Dallas lose, he's just going to be like, Micah, Trayvon, you two get on the plane. TD, get on the plane. The rest of you guys, get out of here. Stay here.
Stay here.
Yeah. Dak, stay here. The rest of you guys stay here. None of the rest of you get on the plane. So we got 2 Dallas and 2 Tampa. All right. 3 Tampa. I'm sorry.
3 Tampa,
1
Dallas.
Bucs, Dallas. 3 Tampa, 1 Dallas. All right.
I'm gonna go with the GOAT too, man. That last 2 games of the season.
If Jerry loses this game, he's running to the car like bro after he got his chain snatched. Jerry is firing everybody, bro. There won't be a thing that Sean Payton will be hired Tuesday at 6 a.m. if Dallas loses this game, bro. Tuesday at 6 a.m., he will give up the world for Sean Payton, man. God, Dallas hasn't won a playoff game on the road since the 90s. He run into the car like David Ruffin.
Not David Ruffin. Why you do David Ruffin like that?
Man. It's a wrap, man.
Debo style, fact.
And then if Tampa loses, they clean house. They've got a lot of people. They've got a lot of people
to Las Vegas.
Yeah, they got a lot of people who's playing on voided years from the Super Bowl years. So they got to start paying up off of people. So they might lose half of their roster outside of Vita Vea and Murphy Button. That's the only dudes who's locked in. Everybody else, they about to get some paper somewhere else or take some pay cuts. So
let's roll through the positional breakdown, and then we'll give us a final pickup at the end. We got coaching lineup. Who's the coach that you're taking? Carr coming to Washington? Ooh, ew, no. Ooh.
All right, y'all. McCarthy or Todd Bowles? I don't want to pick neither one of these fools.
I'm taking Todd.
I don't want to pick either one of these fools. I don't want either one of them.
I don't like either one of them. I'm going to take Todd because of his supporting cast. I'm going to go Todd.
I told you, Todd be sitting there with his hat and to be, what's going on?
I despise McCarthy, but I hate McCarthy too.
Tom, call whatever you want.
All right, so we got a clear Todd Bowles pick in the chat.
All right, clear Todd Bowles. All right.
Quarterback battle, it ain't even a conversation, bro. You taking Tom or you taking
Yep.
Dak?
Tom. We're
We all
taking go
taking
to the chat,
Tom.
please. Go to the chat for Bowley. Go to the chat for Tom, man.
Yeah, go and throw the goats in the chat.
Yeah, we're taking Tom today, man. Tom Brady, quarterbacks.
Running back battle: Leonard Fournette and Rashad White, or Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. I hate saying I'm taking Zeke. Yeah,
I like Dallas. I like
taking
Dallas.
Zeke
I
and
like
Tony.
Zeke and I like Pollard. I like them more than I like Fournette and Shaw Wright. So I like them. So.
The only problem I see though is they set up themselves to have a real tough decision to make now. Who you gonna give a bulk of your carries to? Because you balanced it to keep Zeke healthy.
Well,
and it worked.
I felt like they found their mix. Zeke gets first carry, first series, and then after that, Pollard starts to drives, and then Zeke comes in third down stuff. So I felt like they found their rhythm with the rotation, and Zeke gets all goal line stuff. So, so I felt like they found their rhythm.
Cool, I agree.
So, I feel like they found their rhythm. So I'm going Dallas.
They don't use Pollard enough. I agree. Wide receiver core, we're going with. I'm not a wide receiver one, CD Lamb, who I was probably wrong about at the beginning of the year based on what he's done so far. You're wide receiver one. In Dallas. Dallas, excuse me.
Yeah. I'm going Tampa. Godwin, Evans. That's just I like them more than I like CD, Schultz, Noah Brown, T.Y. Hilton. I like them. I like them two solo off of that. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucs too. Going with the Bucs. Looks like we got the Bucs across the board for wide receiver core. This is wide receiver and tight end, excuse me.
Yeah, wide receiver and tight end, y'all. OLine. I like Dallas.
I gotta go Dallas, man. Bucs O-line is buns.
Like O-line better. Yeah, Bucs O-line is booty. So I like Dallas. And so
Ainsley and Leverett is questionable as of right now for Dallas or for Tampa. They're probably gonna play the playoffs. You don't go into their questionable and don't play.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go Dallas O-line.
Dallas.
DLine.
Oh, DLine. I like Dallas.
Keem Hicks, Vita Vea, William Golston. Joe Tyron Shoryinka.
Joe Tyron be snapping too, but I like Dallas more. I like Dallas and D-line.
Diggy Zua, Gallimore.
I like Dallas's.
Yeah, I mean, would you consider Micah Parsons a part of that D-line because they put him at linebacker?
I'm considering him the D-line. He plays every time they're gonna need him. He plays off the edge. I'm looking him D-line.
I gotta go with the Bucs.
So I'm going Dallas.
Cool. Linebacker core.
Linebackers, I'm going Bucs.
I'm going Bucs.
Linebackers, I'm going Bucs.
Rolling with the Bucs. Don't even know who on their line but Bucs. Hey, facts. Bucs. Vita Vea alone. Just Vita Vea. That's all we need to know.
Yeah, you already know I still got respect for Devin White and Levante. So going Bucs.
Cool. Secondary. Which secondary are we rolling with?
I got Dallas.
I'm going with the Bucs.
I got Dallas.
I'm going with the Bucs for the same reason I didn't pick the Baltimore Ravens. They got too many risk takers. Trevon Diggs is gonna get taken advantage of by Tom Brady, I think.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of double moves, a lot of slanting goals, a lot of post routes.
Yeah. It's
I'm going Bucs.
Bucs. Yeah. I'm going Dallas.
Ryan Suckup or Brett Maher. Special teams.
I'm gonna go Dallas because they also got a returner. Pro Bowler too, so
Cavante Turpin.
He's gonna need to flip the
Tony
field.
And Tony Pollard too sometimes.
He's gonna need to flip the field on this one a couple of times. Give him good positions. I'm going Dallas.
Cool. All right, as of right now, Dallas is favored 2.5 on the road when they haven't won a road playoff game in how many years? Tom Brady's 7-0 against the Cowboys. They're still favored 2.5 against the Bucs on the road. Who we rolling with? Homie said Mike Evans running a double move on Diggs the first play of the game. Facts. Double move. He gonna hit him with the slant and go. Because we know Diggs is gonna try to jump that route. They're not gonna put a safety over the top because they're gonna be like, Diggs got him. It's cool.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
I got Tampa this game. I'm going with Tampa.
Yep.
And the only reason I'm gonna go with Tampa is because it's just in McCarthy and Dak's nature to blow it. Like it's in their nature to be put in a situation where they have to make that play, they have to make that drive, and they're gonna fold. So
Dallas.
situational awareness. I don't like I tried to be gracious to them, right? About last week's loss to Washington. But I was like, even when y'all were trying, Washington just outballed y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like they just outballed y'all. And I was part of me was like, well, should I be like lenient? Like, well, they was playing the same time as the Eagles. Maybe they had one eye over, but at the same time, like, no, you should just go out and handle your business. And when you could tell that they tried to turn it on, they couldn't.
Yeah.
So I told you all year they overcompensate. When they can have a chance to blow out a team, they'll call everything in the world to run it up and make it look better than they are.
Like when they put
So
50-some points on Indianapolis, they did that because it was like Eagles just played them a couple of weeks ago and they barely won.
They try to overcompensate and do all that mess, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I do think there is a world where Dallas could win this game. And it's just a fact of if Kellen Moore, McCarthy, and Dak could do it for themselves, they gotta run the ball. Like you said, they gotta protect Dak. They have to run the ball. Hey, let's go.
Cool glasses master.
What's good?
I'm gonna go with the Bucs by 2 touchdowns. I think one thing we've seen from Tom Brady over the last 3-4 weeks is slow start, make an amazing comeback in the fourth. I think he gets ahead of that in this game. Like you said right there, first play of the game, Mike Evans is gonna run a slant go or a double move.
It's Dallas has to run the ball, man. Dallas has to run the ball. Dallas has to 170, 180. They got to be high up there on that rushing number this week. I feel like that's the only way they're gonna have a chance.
What's Dak's passing attempts got to be under in order for them to have a chance at this game? I think it has to be under 25.
I think under 30.
Under 30.
They do call great play actions, and they do have some great plays that are just like glorified runs, I feel like. But I feel like if that number gets to 33, 34, 35, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a problem. I think it's a problem. Hey,
every game he throws over 25, he's throwing a pick. Yo, Dallas could easily have that number 1 seed if they just beat the Jags, but that was one of the games where he threw the ball too much.
Yeah, I said they can't. The me's so horny, they can't help themselves, man. Like they just can't help themselves. Run the ball. You have something like I told you. I feel like they got a good rhythm with their rotation. They just have to be committed to it. That's it.
Pick 6, fact. All right, cool. That lines up round 2 of the playoffs. We got the Giants against the Eagles. We got the Niners against the Bucs. On the other side in the AFC, we got the Chiefs taking on the Jags. And then we'll have a rematch of the canceled game in Week 17 of Buffalo versus Cincinnati.
Buffalo versus Cincinnati. Yep. And I can tell you off of that strength, I think no matter like Buffalo Cincinnati matches up, they'll be the last game of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be
late Sunday.
Yeah, they'll be the Sunday night game. So it should be 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So, all right, to recap, I got the Chargers. You got the Jags.
Chat also has the Jags.
Chad also has the Jags. So we both got Cincy. We both got Baltimore. I mean, we both got Buffalo. We both got Tampa. We took the Giants. We took the 49ers. So what does this mean let's go by, since the Jags have advanced in this one, what does this mean for the Chargers losing?
Staley's fired.
Staley's fired.
Mike Williams gone. And that's when we see Mr. I want to coach Justin Herbert enter the picture. I know he had an interview with the Broncos. And we're talking about Sean Payton. I know he had an interview with the Broncos, but as soon as Staley gets fired, he getting hired over there.
All right, y'all. If the Chargers lose, is Staley fired? And what type of damage do we think if I'm with you. I think if the Chargers lose, they would move off of Staley, and Mike Williams would have to go. You would have to be ready to extend Herbert,
Mm-hmm.
and Sean Payton would have his red carpet to come pull up and to be the coach. So that'll be crazy. To Baltimore. So Baltimore loses. What happens to Baltimore?
They pay Lamar and say, "I'm so sorry, bro."
That's the best thing to do, bro. It's the best thing to do.
They
Like, don't
gonna
make
pay
it no
Lamar,
difficult.
say sorry. They gonna pay him as soon as
I
the
just signed
season
an
ends.
extension. Did
Oh,
I
he
miss a Mike
did.
Williams extension?
Did he sign one last year?
I don't remember. Actually, now that I think about it, I think he did. All them receivers signed last year. I did miss him.
Oh, he signed a
So
3-year.
Baltimore loses. Says
21.
everyone says you franchise Lamar, but Lamar's said he
Nah, he
won't
not
play on a
playing on. Yeah,
franchise.
he ain't playing on a franchise.
So you just got to pay him. You just have to pay him. I think that's the only thing you could do.
Oh, they
Is
gave
you
him a
just have,
3-year, $60 million last year.
I feel like you just have to pay him, and you have to take another swing. So Isaiah Likely, nice. Mark Andrews, nice. If Bateman can stay healthy, I told you I thought highly of him. Maybe he's only a wide receiver too. You got to take a swing on. So I don't think Quentin Johnson is the receiver for the Ravens. I think they need like a Jackson Smith and Jigba type of dude. That's who I think they should get. Route runner in between who can constantly get separation, make life easy for Lamar. But I really don't see or want to see a world where Lamar is or D Hop. He said D Hop, bring D Hop to Baltimore, man.
Ooh.
Bring D Hop to Baltimore. Use your first to draft a JSN, to draft a Jordan Addison. If you got D Hop, you can take any three of them.
Tag worth
Then you'll
about
help
40
yourself
million.
out.
It is worth about 40 million, but I think that the injury that he's got right now is telling him everything he needs to know. I ain't playing on no tag. Give me money. Because if I'm gonna continue to play like this with nobody to throw to, nah, bro, y'all gotta guarantee me some.
I'm not playing off the principle that you signed Roquan so fast. You shouldn't take you that long to get
guaranteed.
Yeah, it's still 20 mil a year. Like, I'm not playing. That's priorities. Now you got to pay. You got to take care of the dude first. So
I said this in our chat, man. Like, the fact that billionaires gotta ask people to take a pay cut.
It's off.
Nah, bro. You figure out your finances. Give me my money.
All right. Miami Dolphins lost. What do they do going into the offseason since they lost?
Give Tua some better protection around that O-line. You don't have to do absolutely anything with your skilled players on offense, in my opinion.
No.
You keep Raheem Mostert. You maybe strengthen that O-line. You go spend some money on that O-line. Your wide receivers are who they're going to be. You got them for the next 2-3 years.
Jimmy G said, "Go get Jimmy G to Miami."
Ooh.
I don't think
that.
you could go another year without another security blanket behind Tua, because Teddy was supposed to be the security blanket, and bro came in and got hurt so fast, bro.
That might be Jacoby Brissett. Bro. That might be Brissett.
Bro. But there is possibilities, but I think you have to go find another vet to play and be like, hey, we need a security blanket, bro. You keep getting hurt. Miami has
playing for a contract next year. He's playing for a contract next year.
Yeah, he's playing for an extension. Well, for his option. He's playing for his player option.
Derek Carr's going somewhere to be a starter. And I think Greg said that he's on his way to potentially on his way to Washington. With
all they got to do is cut him, and then Washington could just sign him.
Yeah, because then they're saved $40 million as a franchise, and then Washington picks him up. He's still getting.
I like
money.
that. Derek Carr to Washington, that'd be crazy though, but definitely could see it.
I keep thinking about Jacoby Brissett right there behind Tua.
He was there before though. I don't think they want to bring him back. We'll see. Miami's got a quarterback search to do. They really do. All right, so the Vikings in our scenario have lost. What do they do going into the offseason?
They can't do anything because they extended Kirk Cousins. They can't do nothing.
He got so much money.
I think they're gonna. To me, they're gonna end up having to trade Dalvin Cook. I think they'll end up trading Dalvin
Um,
Cook to go get some draft capital because they know they can't spend no money on anyone.
I gotta see their money too. But I think if they were to lose round one, I do think Cook and Thielen would have to find another way on. Um, Probably for some capital. I think defensively, uh, who was bro? Is it God? I haven't even kept up with him. Klein, Lewis Seen for the
Oh
Vikings
yeah,
that we
yeah.
yeah, like they just got to get better in the secondary. I don't think you want to go back with Pat P and them leading that. Keep around maybe veteran stuff, but yeah, just get better on that defense. This is what happens when you get the offensive mind. Is the defense just goes buns.
Yep.
Like that's what happens. Seattle. Seattle lost to the 49ers in our scenario. So what does Seattle do going into the offseason?
Strengthen that OLine. Something they've been trying to do for the last 5 years. But to me, I think they're young enough on both sides of the ball that you got to keep Geno for another year or two. At
Yeah.
least, at the very least, keep him for another 2 years. And then from there, just figure out your tackle positions, man. Figure out what you're gonna do with the tackles. You got K9, amazing running back, young running
Well, they
back.
got Cross and Lucas. I think if they wanted to, they got Cross, who I think is their left. Lucas, who's right, but he's got guard flexibility. I think it'd
Hey,
be
we up, baby.
I think it'll be
Oh yeah, they got the third pick in the draft.
Seattle's at 5th now.
Oh, they're at fifth. Oh, they got into
Arizona's
the
at
play.
3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Seattle's at 5. If there was I think in a perfect scenario, if there was a way that Jalen Carter fell to Seattle, they would take him. I think if there was a way where they could do that part, they would take him.
All right,
Like I
hit me
said, I
out.
think
Hit me out on this one. Is there any possible way Seattle finds a way to trade up to number 1?
I told you I felt like Bryce is a Pete Carroll QB.
That's what I'm saying. Is there any
Yeah,
way
that was the reason
Seattle
why I gave
finds a
them
way
the
to
football
trade up to
from the
number 1?
beginning.
Because right now, the Bears are in a perfect position. Lovie Smith was like, "Oh, y'all gonna fire me after this game? Bet we're going for 2."
Nah, I don't think they would trade up. I don't think they would trade up. They had a great draft last time. I think they're secure in how to scout. Told you I felt like for a couple years they got away from drafting the way that they normally do.
Mm.
And this year's past draft, I felt like Pete got back to drafting players that fit him. I think they kind of got their groove back drafting. So I don't envision them giving up draft capital. I don't.
To go get a Bryce Young.
Nah, I don't. I think Pete will be content and fine with running back with Geno another year or two and taking another dude maybe in the back end of the draft.
Think they
But
trade
this
out of that
isn't
5 spot, or is there talent enough there drop into that 5 spot for them to be able to
there's
take?
somebody like I said you could mess around in a Jalen Carter fall to 5 because 3 horny teams need a quarterback
Yeah.
and decide to trade up and get a quarterback. So Will Anderson or Jalen would push down the board because they want to get quarterbacks out the way. So there's a chance that one of them could fall to that pick. I think so.
I think Seattle they're setting themselves up for the next 3 to 5 years pretty solid. If they can land a quarterback in the next 2-3 years, I think Seattle's gonna be they're gonna be looking pretty good. Watch Seattle take Levis at 5. Ew, no. I hate that that's a possibility, but ew. I don't like Will Levis for real.
He said, "Don't say that."
I was waiting for the comment. I was waiting for him to comment.
I don't like that.
Will Levis in oh.
I don't like that at all. Not at 5. Not at 5. They could move back. Not at Will Levis is going to be pushed up this board some way, somehow. So,
hey, man,
God.
I'm going to say this right now. I want to see a Kansas City, Philadelphia Super Bowl, man. I want to see the brothers go at it.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. And who was the last? Oh, so Dallas. Dallas was the other team that lost in our scenario. What do they do going into the offseason?
Fire McCarthy. Fire McCarthy.
Gotta fire McCarthy.
Dak gotta go. If you're gonna let go of the coach, quarterback gotta go with him. And I know Dak ain't McCarthy's quarterback, but hey,
I promise. Somebody losing their job after driving. Yeah, somebody take Will in the top 10, bro.
I think Dak is gone, man. If they can't do it, against Tampa, yes, they're favored, but it is what it is. They can't do it against Tampa. McCarthy's gone, and then I think Dak is gone too. To be honest with you,
I don't know who's gonna take him or what or how.
I think Dak is gone because I think right now, and this is just in my own head, right? Las Vegas is either gonna take a quarterback if there's one there, or hope that Tom figures out a way to come over there.
TJ is a Josh McDaniels quarterback.
Who?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud? Ooh.
Yeah, he's a Josh McDaniels quarterback.
And they're what? They're top 5 pick right now, the Raiders?
They're 7.
7?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to make some moves.
Yeah.
You think Aaron Rodgers somehow ends up in Las Vegas?
Somebody's going to Vegas. Somebody's going to Vegas. I don't know who, but somebody's going to Vegas.
Where do you think Dak goes if he's not in Dallas next year? CJ Stroud, how high? Top 5, easy.
Some quarterback always falls, man.
That game, that loss against Georgia for CJ Stroud was everything he needed to put him up there.
Man.
Especially
I don't know where Dak goes.
Think Dak stays in conference and goes to Washington? Where Greg at?
Nah, man. I wouldn't put that on my guy, Greg. Where does Dak go, man? I don't know.
Would you put Dak in Miami?
God, it's a possibility. I don't think him and McDaniels mesh, though. I don't think Dak is a McDaniels. They don't look like they rock together.
Damn. I mean, that's just me hating the Cowboys, right? Dak could just stay there. Ooh. By the way, I hate Zach Wilson.
Dak to the Jets. What does Dak to the Jets look like?
Damn.
That'd be crazy. Dak to the Jets would be crazy.
Zach Wilson's this generation's Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody gonna lose their job drafting Levis in the top 10, but PFF keep pushing them up in 1 or 2. So
somebody slide money somewhere to somebody.
Yeah. CJ Stroud really can't go anywhere from getting traded up to 2 to a quarterback always drops. There's always a quarterback that drops. Justin Fields went 11. Like, there's always a quarterback that drops. I'm gonna be real with you.
If I was in the second round.
Yeah, if I'm a franchise, I'm really not calling up to Chicago. You're not taking a quarterback. So I'm not fitting to trade with you. You're not who I'm worried about. I'd trade up to Arizona. I'll trade up to 3. I would make Chicago pick.
Because, man, Chicago's going to go and get a whole haul of picks.
Man, I'm not – every team who's going to do it, I don't think is kind of set up in that situation to do that. So I would say no.
They'll get multiple picks, and they'll probably still be in the top 7.
I'll make you pick, and I'll trade up to 3 with Arizona. Arizona's already got a season to lose next year because Kyler's going to be out half the year.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I don't know.
That's our matchups, man. According to how we picked it, we got the Jags and the Chiefs going into next week. We got the Bengals and the Bills rematch of Week 17's canceled game. We got the Giants and the Eagles, and then we got the Bucs versus the Niners. Brady's opportunity for revenge back in San Francisco.
Yep. Let's go, man. Can't wait, man. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Any final thoughts, man, as we go into playoff weekend? First games tomorrow.
Man, excited and just ready to see who's going to be the first coach hired. I think Ben Johnson's going to be the first coach hired. Bro was knocking out all his interviews kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I think somebody's just going to be like, man, let's roll. Forget it.
In Houston.
So I just want to see who starts the coaching carousel. So
cool.
NFL playoff time, man. Next Friday, 7:30 Central, we'll be back for a divisional round.
Yep.
So we're good to go, man.
8:30 Eastern Standard, 7:30
That's
Central.
the free world. Let's go, man.
Let's go 12.
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna be cheering for y'all. I'm gonna be cheering for y'all.
Excited for the games, man.
Go Birds.
Let's go.
Y'all know the vibe. We looking for next week. Go Birds.
Let's go, man.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week. Like Vita said, next week, 7:30
Next Friday.
Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Y'all can do the math for the other 2 times because we out.
Yep.
Take it easy, y'all.